Good morning, Donnell. I was just setting up some stuff. Just looking over. I did kind of switch up my scanners a little bit to allow things below a million to kind of show up so I can see the whole market. Seeing more and more, even in the cheap stocks. I want to see those fail so the stronger stocks or the a little bit higher price stocks can get that motion. Today, though, I see that INDO, FNKO, are some of the biggest movers with some volume. In the mid floats, we got MKD, which is super cheap. One Life, what's up? Um, but yeah, so INDO is probably gonna still be the attention grabber here on Friday. I can't believe CEI, being an energy stock, still went down. I guess it's still trash. It tried to break that dollar, what, a couple days ago, and still down at 50 cents now. Exactly, One Life. That thing, people were just trading on sentiment. Trading on sentiment. Probably made like 10 cents on a move and then was done. But depending on your share size, you know what you're really willing to risk. 10 cents could be a lot. So what I've moved over here, or what I have, yeah, you said a buck would be the high. I think that's the 200 moving average is a dollar. Yeah, got almost up there and then failed. I think INDO is gonna be more of a short today, being Friday. It's been going up and up and up. It's just one of those. It's like, bro, why, why, why so much? Why not calm down? I also still have JWN on the watch as well. Actually, let's flip back over here to Street Smart Edge for JWN. I was looking for it to hold around this 25 level, which is set right now on Nordstrom. Just holding this little gains here. And just keeping an eye on it down here. Has the top of the 27. It has definitely, this is definitely looking like a nice little dip here. So I want to see how it reacts to the open on JNW or Nordstrom. FNKO. FNKO, they got they made $1 billion last year. That's their news. So they're on the watch. We'll watch and see what they want to do as well. But yeah, let me continue to look into Nordstrom and see what they want to do today. I kind of like Nordstrom. I can risk on Nordstrom today. I can risk down here to the 24.25 on a dip down. As long as it holds up that 20, so that'll be $1 risk for me. Just about $1 risk. So I think I want to take this play on Nordstrom though. Friday morning popper. See if it can return up here to the 26. But it does not have much volume at all. So we'll see what happens. The liquidity is probably going to be hard to get on this one. Hard to get feels on it. What do y'all think about Nordstrom? JWN. One Life says JWN previous close at 24.50. And areas to watch. I'm indecisive of what it will do. Yeah. Well, if the SPY dumps, it may just continue down a little bit. But it does have this previous point here of the 24.18. That low of the 24.18 there. So still got my eye on it. On the daily chart over here on TOS, it did pull down here. So yeah, that bottom, but it's still up quite a bit. So what's the chances of it actually cracking down this bottom here? Can it go up here and wait, where did I go? Where am I going? Can it go up here and test the 28s, which would be a $3 gain? On the One Life says BTU looks like a short long-term chart. That previous close was previously a support. Wait, what? BTU looks like a short long-term chart that previous close was previously a support. Okay, and new resistance. Yeah, BTU's got to come down. What do y'all think about FNKO? Made $1 billion last year, and got some pretty. I don't know if they had their earnings yet. I don't think they have. Let me check. FNKO. Earnings are coming up on May 4th, May 9th area. So they got a while before their earnings, but they're already getting up. What's up, Lori? FNKO. So pretty much got everything I want to watch. One thing that it did do, that 2548 level, let's see if that will become resistance up here. Some tight resistance for a JWN though. Look at GRAB. Let's see, grab. Ugh. You said it looks like it will go back to 440, 450. Jump back over here to the scans. Yeah, Grab is up 6%. What's the news on Grab? Grab's 28 billion market plunge shows perils of SPAC mergers. Grab stock extends losses as higher driver incentives lead to 44% sales drop. So, yeah, not great news. That thinking that's gonna go back up to 450, man. With that kind of news, I don't know. MKD, what is this one? MKD doesn't have any recent news. Molecular data. That's too cheap. That's way too cheap. 19 cents. All right. You still like WEAT? Wheat? WEAT. $11. What's the news on wheat? Wheat. Why this wheat focused ETF is suddenly on the radar for retail investors. Wall Street stocks down, or Wall Street bet stocks down. Let's see. We got some low movers popping on the scans over here. Let me flip y'all back over here. EGH, that thing is cheap, up 30% for no reason. Up to 81%. Stab, it's also up, getting up to that. So these are ones that I really don't like playing with. They're a little cheap, 80, 90 cents. May do a dollar break, but they're just kind of hard to play because they're just not good. But hopefully, when those fail, well, good morning, GD. Wheat. All right. Yeah, wheat is not looking bad at all in this little dip. I think INDO is going to be the first thing that needs to fail today. Low float volume. What is wheat? What is this? NYSC. I should have that on here. Low float. No, not that one. What if I do that? Will that show it? Nope. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll keep wheat on the watch. INDO tightening down. Have about 7 minutes to the bell. IMPP, I see it's down to 220s. It's playing around that 240 level yesterday, the other day. Okay. All right, JWN popping back up there as well. Love to see this thing get a pull down and hold this hold the $25 level today on JWN. INDO looking like it's trying to break down this previous level of the 2250. JWN not looking bad around here though. Five minutes to the bell. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. One life. It's a whole lot of red out here. Whole lot. Look at this TOS. There's more green than usual, but most of the times it's usually just absolutely dead. So watching FNKO, INDO, wheat may not be a day trade, it may be a longer hold trade. And then we'll be watching. Well, I got DWAC up here. DWAC is always crazy though. That's the thing about DWAC. You never know how much you're gonna lose or gain on DWAC. And the SPY is back down to the 431. It did have a slight gap up from this morning from 429 up to 432, but still is just kind of just holding right at that 430 level. INDO going on down. 2250 getting tested again. Pre-market high was back up here at the 2550. $3 away from the high now. So a lot of reasons for shorts to be jumping on board. Okay, pushing on down through there. What's up, Orlando? DWAC just kind of spaced out, jumping around there. Okay, so we have about 30 seconds or 20 seconds to the bell. Kind of interested in JWN. It's got this bottom here of the 24. Just seeing where that resistance wants to hold. If it can hold that 20, get back over this previous low here. All right, the market just opened. I think I'm just gonna start a position down here. Oops. Start a position down here and see if it can hold that 24 up today on JWN. It's at the 2450 right now. See if I can get filled here or not. Started a small position there in this dip. FNKO punching up as well. They had pretty good news as well. Getting bought up there. Adding around the 2550 if it'll add me. If I got added there. Come on. I don't know if it added me. I don't know. I think, yeah, I got 10 shares there. Nice. All right, getting this little pump out. So just want to see if it can hold down here, but I did want my participation trophy if it does want to go up. Okay, FNKO not looking great on that slam down. INDO also got a little pump up. Wheat got a pump. DWAC. Okay, yeah, JWN up to 25. Nice. So just giving it some time on that entry. But I did like this consolidation. It did break back over this previous resistance. So we're getting a lot of checking in here. We'll see if it can hold up. Entry position 2550. FNKO get a nice little pull back up, but I don't know about that one. I'll give that one some time. INDO found a top there at that previous resistance level. Can we push to the 26 and start to hold that up? Previous resistance is up here at the 26.40. There'll be a resistance line. Wheat getting a nice pump from the 1192 on up there. DWAC. So we're seeing some strong pullbacks now. BTU pre-market high was a 23.81. JWN checking back down here. Will I be able to add some more? Will it be able to hold these levels here above the 25.26? What does the SPY end up doing? The SPY showing some green. The high was the 432.59. Wheat giving a nice pullback. INDO got up there to the top again. That is how many times it's tested that top? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Wheat pulling back up for maybe another move higher. BTU got an absolute explosion out. Stab INDO. Let's see how grab did for Daniel B. Grab. Did it get up to that 450 mark? It got up there. It just hasn't reached that 450 just yet. All right, so now we have about, what is this, $24. Entry at $25.50. See if I can get any lower entries above this 25 and just add into a position for it to retest these highs up here. Holding a little bit here. Can it dip some more for some adding? INDO coming on back down. You, Ben, you and Sky, y'all are crazy. Let's see what Sky's over here doing. Sky has definitely closed down its range, going flat a little bit here. Got a little flatness down here, little pause break. SPY getting pushed down as well. Grab back down to $4. JWN coming on back up. Holding this level quite nicely around here. I like it. But it's only the beginning of the day, so added a little bit there. As long as it holds around this 25 and my risk is down here to 24.15, so plenty of room for it to decide what it wants to do in 15 shares on this one. INDO making its next try upward. Throwing wicks everywhere on INDO. SPY going down to that 430 level. What does Sky end up doing? Sky getting some pops up there. Very low liquidity. It's going to be hard to get out of this one, even on the pops. Another hold here. Seeing more and more holdups. Hit this little 25.34. Still in this little range though. SPY. INDO. Can it get back up here to the high? This was a failed breakout, looks like. DWAC, what did he end up doing? Wow, DWAC took an absolute rip down. Okay. SPY pushing back up. INDO very iffy. JWN making its way back up. Can it start holding over this 2540 level? Is the question. SPY with a huge pull up. Let's see how that will affect everything else. INDO still floating it, taking a long time up here to go. If it does go, it's going to be a surprise to many. There it goes. Look at that. That's so hard to get out of right there. Look how fast that was. If you did buy that rib, let's see. That was, wow. That was super fast. Look how wiki is. Oh, yeah, that's poppy drop. Yeah, let's see what it does. Looking real crazy here. This is one that you can definitely lose your wits in. Look at that. Man, you get your boots taken, everything taken right there. JNW still holding these ranges, but I need to see it start throwing some greens back up the other direction. Get your boots smoked. BTU came down as well. SPY dumping. SPY right on the 430 level, about to break it. Sky up to 1705. INDO trying its best to hold up here. SPY just bouncing right there. It's done the gap fill. It gapped up and then done the gap fill here. So let's see what kind of action it gets around this 430 level. Will this be a level of consolidation or will things go very wrong? INDO getting a big pull back up there. INDO, man, huge ranges. This move from the 24 $24 up to the 25.80 in just this short period of time. VIX going nuts. Let's see, anything else popping up here on the scans? INDO, IPP, IMPP, MKD, Oxy. Nothing looking particularly great. Grab broke down, Grab broke, GRAB broke down that $4. FNKO is another one that was moving up as well. Got down and is holding around this $20 level. I do like this one. I can risk the $20 on it if I needed to. I missed that one. Let's see if it'll pull back. Nope. Come on, baby. Come back down just a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. Come on. Feel me. Please feel me. Got filled 1. Got filled 2. All right, so as long as it holds that $20 level, I'll hold this as well. 1985. There we go. All right. So I got 20 shares of that and just wanted it to hold that. That's what I was looking for on this one, for it to hold the $20. And the low is the 1955. 1955 will be my out. All right, so I got that out ready to go. As long as it holds around this level. If it does want to dip down just a little bit more, I'll look to add one more time. $20.25 there holding. Add right there. Add on this little dip. And there's the pop. Getting to 25 shares on this one if I can. If it'll give it to me here. Can it back test me? Okay, not seeing that back test. All right, so I got 25 shares of that, and I will have my out down here at the 1949 for all out. Okay. What is that other one doing? JWN. All right, forming that higher low now. Do I want to add on this dip? is the question. Yeah, I'm gonna add down here 24, it's 25, adding some shares here, waiting for a little bit more consolidation. This one did do a double top here, 2048. Has this previous bottom of the 2417 for support. 2417. And I'll wait for some consolidation. SPY rebounding a bit, coming back up just a little bit. INDO did give a move back down. Keeping my eyes on everything. What's up, Dallas? Let's see. This one's kind of going down. I'll cut that loss in a little bit, but FNKO is looking okay. We'll let that one play. See if that one can start spazzing out above that 20, get up to that 21. This one's still higher than the previous low, but I will be all out on the break of the 23.75. I'll cut this one. If it goes down that low. 16 shares. I'll be looking for ad spice if it starts to consolidate around this level below my entry. FNKO though, throwing some wicks up there, has this top of the 2086. So I'm gonna let that play out as well. See if it can consolidate and hold up these levels. DWAC gave a mighty move down, but kind of slowed down in this area right here at the 97.50. Consolidated in this area during pre-market as well, so it's not pushing above pre-market very strongly. Okay, coming back up to the $25 level. Can we start holding that $25 level though? Or will it become resistance here? A break back above 25.25. I'll probably add some more. But until then, I just have my stop down there. Sky took a absolute dip, monster dip there. Was going up, got a very small pop on low volume, and then just gave up the ghost. Wheat definitely made a nice move out here from the 1190 up to the 1275, and then a big range, pretty big range movement. VIX is dying. BTU. Lori called out IMPP. back up to the 240s where we saw it fail yesterday. It tried and tried and tried to get that 240, but let's see. It's got this nice little downtrend here if I can get it on the 4-hour. All right, nice little downtrend, 250. See what it wants to do under here. Get a nice little pull down, not being able to hold up that 240 very strongly. JWN back over 25, so we'll see if it can start holding these levels of the 25. My risk level is at 23.75 where I'll cut it. It doesn't want to act right. Sky popping around there. Anything else jumping up on the scanners? No, stab is too cheap. Let's jump over here to the scanner so y'all can see this. All right, INDO, IMPP failed that. Let me add that to the watch too. IMPP, OP, MKD, trash. Oxy up 7%. Let me go look at Oxy. OXY. CLF, Vion, trash. All right, so everything else is trash. Oxy, what are you doing, Oxy? Oxy took a huge rip out of here from the 48 to the 51. Came in here kind of, well, it had kind of a gap down there. 48 all the way down to the 47, and then just kind of consolidated and then went up. So that was kind of a questionable market play, pre-market play right there. $25 level on this one. Let me start building in more of a position down here. Added a share there just to see if it can hold around this 25. SPY has reverted all the way back to a green candle on the 4-hour. So will it start making some moves back up here to the 433? Looking for some consolidation in this level on JMW or JWN, Nordstrom. And let me make sure I got the right number for the stop out as well. Stop is at that 23.75. Okay, ready with the stop. Oxy pulling back a bit. INDO on the 28 rise. Man, this thing is insane. A lot of flashing on INDO. Big wicks. You have to be very quick taking profit. Not so, I mean, you can have a good entry, but you got to take the profit while it's there. Right now, it looks like it has a little bit of a double top right there at the 28.77. Maybe it'll be able to push right on through that though, considering how crazy it is. Back up there, pushing, continue to push on to the 30s. Wow. Touch 30. Getting a nice pullback off that 30. That's a $2 drop right there. Crazy thing is, it is getting 1 million or 2 million shares per candle though. More wicks. So this wick is a little bit lower. Can it go ahead and shoot through this next high of the 30-30? Very dangerous position up here, especially with the range of the stock. Showing a little bit of red around here on the 5-minute. Maybe it'll spook some people out. May need to do a pullback here. Let's continue to watch the SPY as well. The SPY coming down a little bit, but huge buy up on the 15-minute. We can see all of that buying pressure there. Will it be able to push back through that buying pressure is the question. Okay. Giving some red moves down on the 15-minute, getting some very long topping tails. Let's see how the higher time frames start to look after this. IMPP still struggling under that 240, right around that level. Giving it a second. Okay. Continues to get bought up off these levels. Crazy mover. The SPY did break down the 430s there again. So let's see if it can push on through the 429s here. Let's see, FNK, are you holding around that $20 level? Yes, you are. Still got my out all the way down here. Very slow mover, but still holding that $20. I'll look to add a little bit more onto this one. Get a nice add it right there. I like that it's holding the 20s here. 27. All right, so took 30 shares there of that one. And my out is at 1949. Got my stop out back in there and I'll let that play throughout the day. INDO coming on down as well. Huge top and tail on the 15-minute. SPY about to break down the 429s there. Getting a nice push down through the floor. INDO broke that previous low, but still attempting to hold up here. This play on this one, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. This one's just pushing down a little bit too much for my comfort. I don't like that. Exited that one. And gonna let this one play on the day for FNKO. Still looking okay. And we start rising above that 2025 level. Nice little intraday downtrend as well. SPY continue to dump off. INDO back up to the 29s, right at the top here, getting very tight around. We see smaller and smaller candles, giving some pops, has the $30. I think it may knock through the 30. It's acting way too crazy. Way too unpredictable. Getting up there and touching that high of the 3004. Yep, it is probably going to go ahead and knock them out of there. Let's see. Pulling back a little bit there. Pulling back quicker. Let's see the momentum. Yep, there's the knock through right there. From the $29.99 or $30 all the way up to the $30.86. Probably going to continue to push as well. So unpredictable, breaking those highs. This was the thing that I saw yesterday with INDO. It doesn't care about trends. It'll get a little downtrend and absolutely blow through that downtrend. Like, it just doesn't care. $236. INDO Momo in sector. Yeah. Let's jump back over to the SPY. SPY continue. Okay, it's kind of pulling back. Can it regain these 429.50? Or will it continue down some more? All right, so we're holding up our 20s over here. Nice. That's what I want to see. See if I can get an entry here. No, not quite. Trying to get an entry. Okay. Trying to get an entry here. There we go. Did I get that feel? I did not. But I do like this one holding the 20s here. There we go. Got that entry. got a little downtrend that we see that it's working its way up to. We have the previous low now set up. So we had the pre-market, had the pre-market low here at the 1917. Draw that as support. Then we had another low here of the 1956 on the intraday. So one was pre-market, one was intraday. We'll see how it holds above those levels. And just waiting to see if it can get any kind of test up here to this trend line and start working its way out of here. All right, SPY strolling down memory lane. VIX, DWAC. Anybody else want to play ball today? JNW, I had to give up on that one. I cut that one. Got this top here of the 2030-ish level. 2030. Put a buy order out there at 2030 for one more entry here at the break of the 25 into the 30s. Looking for it to test this uptrend here. May need to consolidate a little bit more, but we'll watch and see. Make sure I have my 1949 out here. And this will be 40 shares. If it can get this nice little pop here through the 30s. Can we see the 25s up here quickly? 26. Can we see 25s on the bid? Not seeing it. INDO up to 31. Huge rips. IMPP did get over the 40, but only up 8 cents over the 40, the struggling point for yesterday. Sky popping around as well. Oxy making a move, 60 cents out there. $27, break of the 2025. Okay, got in for my last entry there. Looking for it to come up here and test these highs, or not these, well, this trend. Pre-market high was a 21.22. Resistance Getting that pump through there. See if they can get some excitement behind it. This one has earnings coming up on May like 4th or something like that. So we'll see what it wants to do. Made $1 billion last year, had beat all of its estimates. INDO taking a dump down from the 31 down to the 28. And this was my problem with INDO yesterday. It goes, and it never respects any kind of trend. It's just like, let's go, and then bam, you hit in the mouth. What in the world? When I get 80 shares of this? Wait a minute, what? I didn't realize I added 80. Oh well. Waiting for that test up to the top, and as long as it holds that 19, we'll see how it acts up here, and I'll probably take some off at this top level. We'll have to see. The top of this is 2032. I'm so glad I realized that it was 80 shares right there. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So I'm definitely going to take some at this top here, 2050, if it can get up there. Waiting for those 30s to come up on the bid. Can this 4-hour go green? This will be the first green bar on the hour and the 4-hour in, let's see, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. Getting up to the 31s there, but not being able to break those 30s. Want to see something over the 30 here on the bid. Got this nice downtrend as well. Let's go ahead and mark out the trends here. Little blast off there at the 2050. Let's see the test here to this trend. Mark my resistances. Okay, there's 2040. Can we get that 2050 up there if possible? Let's look at the SPY as well. SPY, are you coming up a little bit? Gave a little bit of a reprieve. INDO, oh my goodness. See, this is unpredictable on INDO. Crashes and then pops right. Nah, bro. That's insane. Waiting for that test of the 2050 on this one. It can consolidate if it needs to. Let's see. My entry was 2031, so it needs to stay above what, the 1931. That's a dollar risk. 1931. Whoa. 1931. Let's do 1929. That's $1. It says 80 bucks of risk on this one. So we shall see what it wants to do here. Does it want to go ahead and start testing out of this level? INDO gave the double top back up there. IMPP up 10 cents off of the 240, the struggle point from yesterday, running right into this resistance line here. Yesterday, INDO and IMPP almost had the same move. So when INDO fell, IMPP fell because they're moving on sentiment. Oxy, insane. Not able to put a true trend line on the higher time frames as of yet, but we did open up a new hour chart. I mean, an hour candle, and we'll see how this holds. It's much smaller than the previous one. I do like that it's still kind of indecisive, not really flooding to the downside or anything like that. Just needs to get over the 2044. And we're still waiting on a green bar. It hasn't had a green bar in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. So still waiting on some upwards movement. Just gonna let it follow this trend line. If it wants to break, hey, let's go. Got a temporary uptrend right here. And a temporary downtrend. I'm saying temporary because this is on the 5 minutes, so it's nothing concrete. INDO right back at the top, not able to break those new highs, and it looks like it's slowing down a little bit. Let's look at the volume here. Million shares, million, 2 million, million. So we'll see how this candle, what kind of volume gets on this candle. How much volume, I mean. SPY under the 429s now and pushing down. And this one's just making its way up this little trend on FNKO. So we'll see if it can start holding over that 2030. The next candle will open up in 1 minute. See what kind of test it wants to do up here at this upwards trend, since it's kind of respecting this trend a little bit. and it's respecting the upward trend. So we'll see what it wants to do here. 2030. SPY. BTU coming on down, man. These things are making some wacky moves on Friday, man. DWAC eating dirt. Opening up a new candle there. Can we finally get over the 2030s with this candle? 2027. Will this be the first green candle in 7 candles? We'll never know. INDO just right at the top. This is so dangerous. It could break, but looking on the 15-minute with this extension is so dangerous right here. Oh my goodness, this is dangerous. Let's see what it does. Will this be a fake break of the 31.98? 31.98. It'll probably go to 50. We'll see. Coming on down. Look how, man, this is so dangerous. But it did form this lower low, so people will still be kind of aggro on it. They'll be aggressive on it above this 28 just because it has this lower low on a low time frame. But look at that dump off. Let's see if it'll come and crack this $28. Giving it time on INDO. IMPP is also right at that. These things just look like they just want to give up on life, man. Both of them. So this is another time holding above the 30. They're trying to use the 30 as a whole dollar resistance, but I just don't think it's gonna work. I'm not confident for the people that are long on this one if they're getting in up here. $30 coming back into play there. Getting a little pop there. SPY back over 2029s. Continue to test down though. We can see the intraday downtrend starting to form here. Trend line. Wow, I'm glad I sold JWN. That thing getting on back down there to that previous low point. But as of now, I am definitely not interested in that. Wheat also took a little dump down. INDO threw a big wick down to the 28s and then pulled all the way back up. Did break down at 30, but I think 30 is going to start becoming resistance on today. IMPP doing the exact same movement. If it does get back up here, it's going to be a big old pullback on the 31.98. Let's see if they can do it. Okay, so it looks like 30 is becoming their resistance level there a little bit. We'll see. 15-minute so everything but the 4-hour chart is saying we're about to go down in the short term. Continues to hold that 30. They're going to buy there at that 30. They're like, oh, yeah, it's holding up here. Let's see if it go ahead and pumps through, or will this be a huge drop here? Oh, you said it's going up to 100 now? Oh, boy. Right above that 30, looking real scary. SPY back under 429. Yeah, this thing is insane. I mean, this one is one that you get chopped up in if you're trying to scalp. Absolutely wrecked. Sky got up to that $18. Still on that low liquidity. DWAC down to $95 now. This one, FNKO, right on the trend. Can we start holding that 2030? Big shorts popping around there. My stop is down here at the 19. I have $1 risk on this. So looking for it to test this downward slope here, if possible. So previous resistance was a 2044 resistance. Then it's got the resistance up here at 2068. And then it's got resistance up here at the top, 2083. So I'm wondering which one of these does it want to test? It's held up this nice little trend line for me on the intraday. Looking for it to get out of these levels. Can we start seeing that 2030 up here? Can we start seeing it open up to the upside? This will be the first green bar in what, 7 bars, if possible. Also has, so let's do the support levels down here that it currently has a support, a little bit of support down here, 1989. But that's the only place that's really been kind of tested twice. So not a lot of trust in it. Opened up higher up there. Let's see if it can break this previous high of the 2028. Riding up this uptrend right at the break point. Let's see if it can at least get past this 2043. At least. There's a 30s coming up there right at the trend. Can we at least get up here to this 44, 2044? 2030s throwing a wick. I don't like wicks. It needs to get a body up there. Finally doing this breakout at this downtrend. Had an obvious downtrend there. Let's see if it forms if it can get over this 2050. Be great. Doing a small break. Didn't really give a whole lot. So I'm going to give it time. Still above the uptrend here. Let's see. Yeah, this is the only visible uptrend we have right now. So but it is holding those 2030s. Just need to see it break the 2044 here. Our chart looks okay. Just yeah, 2044 is where it needs to go. Maybe a grinder throughout the day. Hopefully it is. And I'll just move my stop up with it on the next wherever the next bottom is. Right now, the bottom that was tested multiple times was the $20 level, holding above that 20. So if I move my stop up to the $20, there'll be a 31 cent risk on this trade. Come on. Let's get that push through those 40s. Go up there and visit those 50s. Come on, big boy. That push out of there through those 40s. See 38s over here running in. Can we see 39s start coming in? Whole bunch of 38s. And we see those 39s. Don't see any don't even see the 38s on the bid. It may pull back a little bit here. Yeah, just not seeing it getting that buying pressure into the 40s like I thought it would. There's the pullback. So yeah, not as strong as I thought it was. Very weak breakout. So at this point, $20 is looking like the out that I need to set up. They can stay above the 20, that's cool, but looking to take profit and then put my stop at 19.99, which is right under the 20. So we get a big breakdown, I just be out. Let's see, what is 80? Let's see, what's 31 cents on 80 shares? I mean, wait, wrong thing. 31 times 80. Okay, 24 bucks. My max loss on any day I want to be around 50, so that's pretty good. 24, I'll do 24. Maybe it needs to retest. It looks like it came down and tested on the trend there. So $20 is my out for right now. Plenty of consolidation. Looking for it to get on up here, man. It's the first green bar. You can't tell me this thing's going to go back red. Come on. First green bar after all this time. It's going to be this week. So the risk now is $24 on this one, risking down to the 20 if this candle go, or this candle on the hour goes back red. All right, INDO came back down to the 28. IMPP took its little dip too. Sky still acting crazy. BTU getting a pump out of there from the 23.68 up to the 24s. This thing's really moving slow. Let's see how much time does it have. 3 minutes on this candle. It needs to get some kind of buying above the 30s. Coming back under the 30s on the bid. Very weak breakout though. Unless it's going to do something after this candle to try to open up to the upside. But to me, that was a weak breakout. Let's see anything above the 30s on the bid. INDO struggling with that 30. There's a wall on the 25 tick chart. This thing had this great little uptrend too. I was really thinking it was going to get ready to go. Coming back red on this candle, so the risk is $24. If it breaks the 20, I'm out. I am calling it quits. Has a lot of selling pressure, but these wicks are getting smaller and smaller, so less action to that downside unless it's about to open up to the downside right now. Closing up this candle in about 30 seconds. Can it hold around that 20-30 right off this nice little trend and start to separate from this trend? INDO still being ignorant. The bounces are huge. I know this is hurting shorts. If anybody's trying to short INDO, those bounces, look at that. Same thing, identical thing on IMPP. Wow, glad I sold JWN. Glad I cut that. Wheat. It's another one, man. Boy, that would have got ugly. Okay, opening up right around that 2030 level. Can we start working our way into the previous 2030s here? Getting quite tight. No motion. INDO. SPY may turn around. Let's look at the SPY. Dallas says SPY may turn around down here. It had a little bit of a downtrend I marked earlier, but we're about to see what it wants to do here. Does it want to be a hero and turn around through this downtrend? It is still fighting the overall downtrend, but these downwards bars are pretty big. FNKO dropping. Okay. So yeah, this is not looking good. Risking $24 on this little drop here if it breaks the 20. Definitely expecting it to hold this little downtrend, but man, not looking good. Maybe it'll get some buying pressure back through this 2021, but other than that, it's going to be coming down. So still doing some data gathering. Is this downtrend the downtrend that it wants to follow or what? If I move down to 1955, how much would that increase my loss? Let's see, 1950. Minus 1950. That'll be 81 cents on 80 shares. 81 cents on 80 shares. So it'll be 64 bucks. Question is, am I willing to give up 64 bucks on this stock? It had good news, but do I want to risk getting wicked out? Because I know if it pushes all the way back down here to the 1950s, that's going to be a crazy push down. Did not get much of a push through this level though. 2015. There's a little pop back up to the trend, but the trend looks like it's becoming resistance. It's got to hold that 2020 level. Do I want to risk 60 bucks on this trade? Do I think it can go up higher? And it has earnings coming up next month. Could it hold the 20s? So many questions to be asked. Let me look back on the daily chart and see, let's see, FNKO. Where was the previous point? It doesn't have one. Okay. previous point that it consolidated was around right where it is. No, you don't want to lose 60 bucks. So it's opening up a little bit higher. So I'm just gonna keep it at $24 risk. I'm not gonna move my stop down. I'm just gonna keep it. If it fails $20, I'm just gonna jump out with a $24 loss. If it wants to retain this uptrend, great. But I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna. 24 is okay. Not gonna force anything to happen for me if it's not gonna follow the plan. INDO back up to 30 again. IMP did not have the volume or strength. Well, it's got the volume, just didn't have the strength to make the same move. BTU, man, was hungry today. IMP ended up failing off. It's back under the 240 again. Just trash. Tragic. Tragic. Taking JWN off of my watch as well. I just gave up on that one too. Wheat, I'll continue watching. Well, we're still doing data collection on FNKO. It's getting, the trend is okay, but I don't I was looking at drawing a trend on this, but it's just really no way to draw a bottom trend on this one other than what's going on now. So we'll see if it still wants to go up and test. Now I did move up the initial downtrend a little bit up to accommodate this level that it tested. So we still have those same resistance levels up there though. Love to see it hold that 2025. Yep, INDO coming back up here to the 3194. When I moved my support level down, I cheated my strategy. Let me see. Well, sometimes I move these trend lines because okay, so let's say if this isn't a bottom right here. I mean, I guess I could leave it there and say, okay, if it breaks back over this top, then maybe it'll go. But let's see what happens at this, what is this, 2025? And then the original downtrend that we had was right here. So it's literally right in the middle. But still 20 cents above the $20. So can it retake and stay out of this downtrend? See the 18s very quickly. Can we see those 2020s come in heavy and strong? Very low volume, so not a lot of trading going on up here. But I did like the chart setup, the chart pattern. SPY going on down. Looks like the SPY may break down that 428 here momentarily. So it's below the pre-market low. What's the all-time low? 410 is where it dipped down. Oh, that's a good ways away from 410, but definitely may be the low of this current month. Yep, not looking great. I don't know if buyers are gonna come in on this one. I don't think so, unless they read the news. But who wants to take time doing that when INDO is skyrocketing, right? So INDO making that lower high. First level of resistance was right here, the 31.95. And the 31.25 maybe. let me look at these scans. B sale was one that I saw. Definitely needs, it still needs to pull back. B sale, let's look at the news. Stifle adjust Atrica's price target to 14 from 17. So they brought that down. They are to participate in Cowen 42nd annual healthcare conference. Okay. They had a fourth quarter loss per share. Yeah, not a whole lot of good news on this one. INDO entered that range again. It looks like the shorts are getting more and more aggressive. Wow. Well, I said more and more aggressive, but I didn't know they were going to get like that in this range right here that I drew. Wow, really aggressive. Dallas says he called out CTIC and RIG. I've heard of RIG. I heard of CTIC too. CTIC was a previous mover. CTIC. Let's add that to the watch. And then RIG. Whoops. Okay, so definitely making moves from the bottom. Mm. CTIC has this bottom of 360 that it came down and tested a couple of times. CTIC. And then, oh, RIG. RIG. Did that one have news on today? I know this is, I think it's a shipping company, oil and energy stocks. Yeah, some type of shipping and oil. Okay. No. Oil. It's oil company, not shipping. My bad. I think I'm thinking of that stock that I can't think of right now. FNKO looking like it's trying to get back above. Can it push out of these levels and regain this uptrend? Continues to find a little bit of resistance there at the 2025. Not good, not great. But giving it a chance. At least I know somebody's interested. They just need to start buying over the 2025. Speak of the devil, popping up there. See if they can go ahead and get over those 20s. Nope. Rig had a nice little rip up here. Are you waiting, Dallas? Are you waiting on a dip on rig? Like how far you look? Well, where's the last point? It came from the 379 and then came up here to the 380s. Where would your entry point on this one that you would be interested in on rig? These are options, open interest plays. Gotcha. Oxy 402 on rig, and then CTI. This previous bottom that is testing is the 392. So if it can hold above that 392, it may be optional. And then on rig or ridge, let's see, where is the previous? So it had a previous high of 392 that is trying to hold over. Let me go over here to the daily chart. Yeah, that's about right. The SPY breaking that original downtrend that we mapped out during intraday, breaking it, and then let's see if it will start to trend upwards by breaking this 429.34 resistance, or will it get back into the downtrend here, which is at 424.16. I'm seeing FNKO fall here. Will it create a new bottom? Had a bottom here that's tested a couple of times, 2012, but not looking great. So risk is 24 bucks. SPY getting a little heat, held out of the previous downtrend there, looking for a higher ground up here at the 429.30. DWAC, let's see, what are you doing? DWAC still crushing down, coming into this range of the 92 area, 92 up to the 93 area. Wow. Wow. I think the SPY is going to come back up at least a little bit and test this 429. If we look on the higher time frames for it though, during intraday, it does have this top right here that it needs to break out of on the hour chart. 4-hour chart, pretty much same thing, but I like doing my trend lines on the intraday and not the pre-market, because sometimes the pre-market throws me off. INDO. Closing it on up. Okay, so looks like FN. Yeah, I just got stopped out. I believe, yeah, just got stopped out of this diving stock. Dove down to that $20 level. Tapped me out real quick. So took that little loss on top of the other loss that I took on a JWN. But overall stayed within the $50 max loss. Glad I did not move that down though, because I don't know how far this pattern is definitely messed up now. But yeah, those are my trades for today. They did not want to crank up for me, so just cut the loss. Got down there quick too to that $20. I was expecting it to hold the 20, but nope. Dallas says I only use pre-market for high and low too. Yeah, pre-market data, I don't know, man. Pre-market data is like manipulated. Like they put it out there just for you to see it and just take it as concrete information. So yeah, I would have been down if I moved that stop down. I would have been down about $80 on the day. The first loss was $20, and then the second one was 24. So I would have been down $80 on the day if I didn't cut the loss. Yep. Dallas says sometimes the pre-market is the only player in town. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if there's a lot of information in pre-market, like actual tested levels, you know, that can definitely change the game. All right, let's jump back over here to the scans real quick. Daniel B says pre-market is manipulated at most. Uh they like to they like retards to pay attention to scanner pops. Got you. B cell. So everything else over here is just, you know, out here swinging in the breeze. So we'll see, man. Everything's kind of the SPY figuring out what it wants to do. GPS, SoFi, VNUN. Oh, that's 40 cent. That's a 40-cent stock of 56%. So literally no challengers in the high float. Oxy did pretty good today as well. IMPP just sitting on that one that 240 level. Did the same thing yesterday, but then ended up felling big. Dropped from the 240, 250 level all the way down to the 196 yesterday. So yeah, big fails on that one. When it starts to kind of slow down, people just drop their shares. ATXI, what is ATXI? Oh, cheap. Didn't even check the price. INDO just holding under that $30 now. Tested that level and probably going to have to pull back quite a bit. That's a huge uptrend. Like we saw this thing back on the first day when it traded back here at $4 and it went flat for what, like a month or two? Let's see, from February or beginning of February all the way out to March, or not March. What's this day? February 23rd. So almost not a month, but you know, almost a month. And then it just started uptrending. The crazy thing is the news was just that they found oil in a well, one of their digging wells, but they never did put any more news out like, you know, like are any companies investing in it or whatever. But people just jumped into it on the sentiment of oil. Any, not people invest, not companies wanting to go out there, but CTIC grinding higher as well. Ridge or rig right there, 394, right around that $4 area is trying to hold. And INDO, so it is 10:30. Looking like things are about to make their decision to go down if they are. FNKO holding right around that $20 level. This low is the 1973. I could give it another play and see if it'll hold the 20s on a smaller share size though. I think that's what I might end up doing here, that is now at the 20. How many shares of this can I possibly get with what's left? 29 shares. That's all right. Guess it does have a little bit of an uptrend, a little bit more of an uptrend right through here now. First, it was hard to see any kind of uptrend, but I would love to have it on. Well, I guess it is a little bit on the larger time frame as well. So I can risk $1 on 20 something shares and see if it starts to hold up. But I want all of my buys to be under 20, so it needs to pull back a little bit more. B sell WW. Oops. B sell. B sell pulling back into a nice little range too. It ran up what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 19 candles. You think it's done pulling back? It may have some more to pull back. So I can risk 40 cents on a buy here to the top. Problem is it's just red on the day, so I really don't want to mess with it. This one had a failed breakout, came down here to a pause break at the 29, opening higher, 29.08. Does it want to go higher? This risk would be 67 cents. and it can definitely get down there very quickly on you. Maybe just say like when it does retract, it's a hit. Um, you don't like INDO or FNK. Yeah, they're kind of hard to predict what's going on with them. DWAC still whacking. Hmm. All right. Well, SPY continues to go ahead and go down. Looks like it wants to reclaim the downtrend. Has a bottom here, the 427. So will it break that bottom and re-enter into the previous downtrend down here, 427.30? You think SPY is bottomed out for today? Yeah, that was the previous point that it stopped on right there during pre-market, but is that something that can be taken seriously? That pre-market data is the question. So this one did hold up the $20 level. Volume is so low on it though. I think I'm just gonna, I don't know, man. I think I may just save my money and just leave it alone. If it can't just continue upwards, start holding around that 20. It's not enough volume, not enough anything on it. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Citic got a little topping, double top there at the $4. All right. Well, I'm going to call it quits for today and then just look for next week how this SPY is going to treat, or how this SPY is going to be looking next week. Does it want to continue with the downtrend? That downtrend there. Just a crazy little market to trade. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm about to shut it down, man. If you enjoyed the content, you can like and subscribe. We do have the Discord, frameworkfortune.com, that you can get into. You get signed up at the website, and there's a link in the on the website to the Discord, and you're able to basically, hey, anything you're watching, anything we're watching, whatever, drop your watch list, drop articles, drop whatever you want in there. And as long as it's related to investments, somewhat, just drop that in there. If you do want to continue conversations, you can also do that over there. But yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Nice Friday. Definitely glad I cut the loss where I did on FNKO. It just wasn't looking too well for me. So I just was like, you know what? This is just too much risk and too much time that I could probably end up wasting in that trade. But I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to exit. Appreciate all of you guys. And as always, I will see you in the next one Monday morning. Of course, I have my meetings, so I do come in later on Monday mornings, but it's kind of purposely because I don't like taking trades early on Monday. It's just a very interesting place to be. So yeah, I'll come in a little bit later on Monday. But anyway, I think that's everything I need to say. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.